to recreate from the stencil. The apprentice made his own edition of the endeavor to mix together. Lyrics original, inspiration coveted. Layer number 6, hot enough to get your oven clean. Started with some humming, the buzz turned into a ruckus. I prepare my eardrums for the plumbing. Listen, cause they knock, that don't mean they could come in. Keep the barricade tight behind the door so it's covered. Composing a forged portrait, I paint the sky that you would see looking through the Hubble telescope's far lens. My skull is a submarine hull. Raw metaphors crawl 20,000 leagues beneath the seawall. Dehydrated to the core, the cell walls create osmosis of water molecules through the skin pores. Have a drink for a while on your porch. Your wristwatch won't work within the rare time warp. Cy Young positioned himself among the most deep. I hear the beat curdling, no time for sleep. Intense lyrical illing sessions that bet me lets up before the audience become disinterested. A veteran with rhetoric, the lay rap fans heads will spin. They look in the med cabinet for Excedrin. Nepalese guides show the way to new heights. The new finds blow my mind like landmines. My legs feel fiery when climbing, but despite how high I get, the selfish stars that never high-five me. I'm aiming a sharpened knife blinded. The margin for error in my timing when I'm throwing is tiny. I borrowed the idea to further it. I heard the sincerest form of flattery is outright burglary. Long baths and holy water purge me. I'm perfect until I see a virgin silhouette behind the curtain. Thinking in a hurricane flurry, I couldn't tell if my last word was a curse. Too blurry. Step your game up to the plate. Your rhymes lowercase. Activate caps to impress the magistrate. Side goes right for the cake. He had a fan base that knew his wordplay, but had never seen his face. Waking up daily to pray over candles. Arsonist, vandal, gentleman, phantom. The wise know all and mask it. The foolish man shows off and backflips into his own casket. My fist blasts harder than your new artillery, and my agility is like sea anemones. Pushing up continuously, focused energy. One right hook felt like it was 10 of me. With infinite stamina, I used to outlast ya. The big boys in this fight club will outcast ya. Passion to the scientists to recreate your being. They splice more meaning, more speed into your genes. Who want beef like a grass grazer? I show dexterity with razors, tasers, and lightsabers. That is not dead which can eternally lie. And with strange eons, even death may die. Pandora's box is now safe from mine. And how many, if any, MCs will come following behind me? The strange designs add to the cost. You can drive away the pest, but you can't dust the crop circles off. Photographers shot from above helicopters. Nothing was resolved, the image is lost. 200 bars longer. The song was enlarged by a slick con man with James Bond charm. The rap desert's new canteen. Bandwidths can't handle the fan stampede. Planted deep within the synapse of one man. Knowledge of 4 dimensions, what more could you cram? My short melee combat summary. No time to move, pride kills 10 bodies under me. Negatively charged ions run to me. The lightning might hit me, the storm clouds thundering. Depending on the strength I probably melt. The pain I felt like being trapped inside of my own hell. Every rhyme extensive, I'm overboard like kelp. I volunteer cause you can't afford my help. The introverted extrovert reemerges from his personal cell. Purify like oil extra virgin. Networks distort my intent with clever excerpts. It's like I'm being punished for my elevated efforts. You lazy and you wanna be the best, you crazy. The freak of nature dwells inside the rhymes daily. My birth caused doubters to see the light. God is not yet abortion, the creative archetype. To preserve life takes knowledge and skill. At what temperature do we cryogenically chill? Rewind the playback of the real. I missed the last 5 seconds. If we do it wrong, they'll be killed. It's nuts, you push the incorrect button and it's over. Either we'll be blown up or looking like a donut. Frankenstein over again, you can't rewind the clock. Dead flesh is not more than a pile of rocks, deceased in the mind. Too confused to read it alone. Is it prose, non-fiction, or a poem? I'll dumb it down 4 levels and start working new. Even though amazed critics still persecute. Approaching alone without a crew. One crept into the temple to tempt me, attempting to be rude. With my insecure heart, my first thought was to Russia. I patted it down, no weapons on a person. Absence of amygdaloid nucleus reaction. A rhyme assassin with stoicism when I'm blasting. A cunning new being, tunneling down, gaining navigation as I reach the front end like funnel drinks. I'm a nuclear warhead ahead, you should do something. The doomsday clock's 2 seconds from destruction. Why let the planet become a used rhyme? Humankind too blind to see forward into time. Provide the search using the expanded outline. Your suspects are Rip and his sidekick Zai. The beast have been invited to feast. Don't get too excited. Will they eat you or the meat? Layer 6, poet Laureate infinity. Was it Zai Young's pen or just pseudepigraphy? The last digit of the equation is gone awry, refusing to round, multiplying by pi. Why me mug when you pass? My train will put you in a trash bag. You better get glad I can't be destroyed from within, it's a myth. Centrifugal force does not really exist. Swing you around until your blood's in one spot, then prick you with a needle. You're lucky it clots. I heard Run's house and tried it. You tried too, but your rhyme structure's pronounced non-compliant. Destroy and rebuild. I grew with the film skill of a true giant. My movements are seismic, chimera, predator from a past era. There are no remains besides me, I'm aware. Artistically barbaric, slicing through the Romans. Nobody keeps it real, so you need a new slogan. The Zai tape is rolling. We see gamma brainwave motion, but he's not awakened from the coma. In primitive Crayola, cave markings show the descent of my large dish-shaped UFO. Numerous new cases arose. When exposed to intense radiation, the tumor still grows. Boars and sores festering. What's the meaning? Is God judging us? Maybe this is the reckoning. Death is not the end. The words were embedded in his bone. They must have been carved with a stone. From dust back to dust. When I pass, I ask that you spread my ashes in the paths of the aqueduct. Drink from the fountain of the pages in my posthumous playlist. Taste it. Transcommunication. Europeans poaching the Egyptian culture. Left the catacomb wide open so the mummy has arisen. Toxic fumes are blowing. Listen to the guide. When the canary croaks, that's a very bad omen. The name is too hard to pronounce. What's that symbol on the coffin? When said, it resembles a cough sound. You remember who said it first? Don't lie to me. Plagiarize me again, you get a lobotomy. First purify it. I do like the lime in my water, but the fruit, not the rock kind. The categorical piousness that Zai employs leads clergy to believe Jesus might have been a tourist. The hands of the audience is sore from applauding. Bar 150, where the hell is the chorus? Everyone's armed, little girls are assassins, do not salute. They will clap at the captain, ducked in a bunker for survival. Passing the time by reciting the new rhyme Bible. Similar chemical composition of the brain allows I to spit flames at the exact same intervals, flying from the mouth once he spake it, hotter than the blood of Satan. Why ain't his trachea baking? Those who took a premature glance at the pages noticed I brought fireworks like the ancient Asians. The easy art of statements proved to be quite complicated, hard enough to cave a caveman's brain in. You look flustered, are you on some type of substance, or is your mind not sharp enough to cut the mustard? The whole village prays to the Moscow mantra for you in a lotus field where the cows grave. Perhaps I should retire into the next movement. The current industry phase is crude and bass music. I sit within the mausoleum listening to sounds of the crypt, penning, composing something cryptic. My style's too slick for you to grip this. Your frustration's written all on your countenance like lipstick. My body is a temple, my brain is a tempest. I stand in the storm's eye and spit at the wicked, composing on a new beach in Crete. My Texas upbringing makes my body immune to the heat. 10 billion hip-hop fans, some are idiots, some are illiterate and some ain't feeling it. Music moving at the speed of light without limits. I love my Marie Curie caliber chemist. The community of scientists won't listen to my tenets, too offended by my strange penmanship. A still enclosed case from my overactive heart, a lead enclosed case from my radioactive art. I'm tied in a chair in front of Detective Brian, frying under hot lights, discussing my priors, grilling me about the secrecy of my work. She wanted the truth, but I was looking to flirt. I wrote out my statement on the pad. The friction of the pen on my hand produced the radon gas. Still trying to pick a pious chick, looking for converts, doing some convent reconnaissance. Buried in my own snow globe, walking the trail of cloves and gold petals picked from a rose. What ratio makes the relationship better? I don't know, they're all constant, there's nothing left to measure. Seek the buried treasure and find it. The jewel is in the journey. We are learned men, not pirates, riding the ocean wave crest, looking at the crescent moon, trying to predict the patterns in the crevices. Mystical might cleverness, right for inking making human sacrifice. Please tell me the right etiquette. Music in the right headphone and no sound in the left. Analyzing a Van Gogh sketch. Neo-post-impressionistic audio flavor. Timbre, pitch, timing, cadence. The world's a sound stage. Shakespeare played in blackface. If I could, I wouldn't scrape off my race. Othello's still producing, combining cloud movements in the symphonies. In the overcast skies of fuchsia, teaching techniques at the cathedral. When my speech EQ peaks, the frequency reaches lethal. Lyrical efficiency, poetically deep. The giant sea monster squid flow with the ink. We watch hip-hop flatline, but we said she's not done. Then transplanted 4 iron lungs. Esoteric rain dance prayers from a cleric. Beg her to stay with us for our children to inherit. Poet, laureate, infinity. I will forever be the illest lyrically. Poet, laureate, infinity. Poet, laureate, infinity. Poet, laureate, infinity. This only been done once in history.